Ah, it wasn't detecting my microphone. Hi! Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. It's Monday. Welcome to tonight's stream. We're gonna be playing some late-night Mario Kart. It has been, like a week and a half since I last streamed. And I'll talk about it as we get into the game. But it was kind of necessary. I think, like, I don't know. It's kind of like one of those, like, points in your life where, like, everything kind of just changes for a bit. I've said on stream before that I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder recently. And very recently, I was having a little bit of what we call in the business a manic episode. And, you know, it is one of those things where you're having it, that the energy really is at an all-time high. You're having it, and you're like, this is great. I could do anything. But actually, you can't do anything. I feel like I was lazier while I had, like, all that energy, which is, like, fucked up. You think it would be the opposite, but honestly, like, I don't know. My priorities were all out of whack, man. And it was just, it was a little fucked up. And then with any episode like that, there's the inevitable crash, and I just, like, hit that super fucking hard. Like, the crash hit, and it was like, oh my god, everything is pain. It really does suck. If you've never had that experience, it's like, imagine you're filled with, like, all this energy and wonder and joy in your life that you never experienced before. And you think it's all great in the moment, and you're like, this is awesome. This is fantastic. My life is great. I could do anything. But also, while you're experiencing all these emotions, you're doing a bunch of random out-of-character shit. Like, I could have been playing mad video games, man, and I wasn't doing that. I was doing, like, random bullshit that did not matter. But, like, when you're in that moment, it's just like, this is all that matters, man. This is great. I feel great. And then, like, you get out of it and you're like, oh my god, I've been acting like a fucking moron. You get out of it and you're just like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? I'm the world's dumbest guy ever. I'm more shit than anyone's shit before. I'm the poop coming out of a butt. And, like, I'm being very crude about it, because, like, it's a serious topic, but I don't want to bring down the mood too much. But it kind of came to a head where I was like, yeah, I'm, like, not doing great this week. I need to take a little time off. And I did. And you know what? It was a good break. I kind of readjusted myself faster than I thought I would, to be honest, because it really was, like, a very extreme crash. But I'm very lucky. I have great friends surrounding me always. I have Jen. I have my family. Like, I was not alone at all. And anybody who knew about it was, like, super nice about it. And, like, didn't give me shit. And I appreciate that. You know, everybody needs, like, a good support system in their lives. You know, we're human beings. We're inherently social creatures. So please, for the love of God, make a friend. Okay? But I mean, I also saw Jen today. And I mean, that was just great. I'm always really happy to see Jen. And we're getting closer and closer to our relationship not having to be, you know, long distance. And when that time comes, I'm gonna be, like, eternally grateful. But I mean, also, Jen kind of gave me new motivation in terms of, like, this stuff, in terms of streaming. Because since they've had more time recently, they've been watching more of my VODs. If you are watching this, sweetheart, by the way, I love you. But they were, like, talking about, like, how they've been watching, like, my VODs and stuff, and, like, they were wondering if I was going to do a playthrough of, like, Thousand Year Door and that kind of thing, and I was just like, man, I did kind of make that pledge to stream less. But now I'm like, I don't know, I'm a little more questioning it now. I'm wondering if that was the right choice. And, like, obviously I've gotten to hang out with friends more, but, you know, there are still things that can be done about that. And I have considered it a little bit more. I kind of do think I want to get into the flow of streaming a bit more again. I think that would be fun. But I'm also hoping, like, I don't know. I was on Sock Stream the other day, and that was really fun. We played Mario Kart, which is why I wanted to play more Mario Kart. Because I was playing Mario Kart really good on Sock Stream, and I was just like, man, wait, Mario Kart's good as fuck. Oh, I fucked it up! Fucked it up. 2025 gonna be my year for real. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, getting to play Mario Kart with Socks, Tyler, and Gibson. And then getting to play Mario Party afterwards, that was great. I had a great time. It is always one of those things where it's like, man, I would love to collab with people more. I need to, like, put myself out there more. God knows I'll try, damn it. God knows I'll try. But I don't know. I guess this is me just saying, if you felt like streams have been a little sparse lately, they might be coming back in full force. They might be, maybe not in full force, but I think like 3 to 4 times a week might be good. I think that might be the best compromise, instead of like doing like 5 to 6 times a week, because that definitely feels like too much. I think that, I don't know, doing 5 to 6 times a week is crazy. I do also think that I don't want to do like a million playthroughs at the same time. And I kind of fucked myself a little bit by putting Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers and You Are Peter Shorts at the same time. But, like, you know, I would like to get through those, like, quickly. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll pick one to focus on, or not. Maybe I'll do those interchangeably until I finish one. And then just do the one. And then, like, you might have, like, other variety stuff in between. But it's definitely one of those things where I don't want... Like, if I'm gonna do playthroughs, I don't want them taking, like, a million years. I don't like when playthroughs last, like, more than a month. Because that always feels bad. It always, like, feels like shit when I'm, like, doing a playthrough and it takes me, like, fucking ages to finish a game. Like, more than a month is too much. Like, I could do that with games on my own, but not on stream. Nope. I also think, in general, I am not going to... I still think I'm not going to go out of my way to play newer games on stream, unless I think they'd make really good stream games. Like, I don't know. If a new Pokemon comes out, I'm going to stream it. If a new Sonic comes out, I'm going to stream it. If a new Yoshi game comes out, like, man, I don't know. It's just Yoshi. Listen, I like Yoshi. We're chill, but I don't know if we're that chill. You know? I feel like the newer, like, streams of newer games, it has to be something that I'm already, like, invested in. You know? Kind of going back, maybe, to more what I did. If a new Yoshi game comes out, it's okay to be gay. True! True. I uploaded fucking YouTube shorts of my Twitch clips. And hi, Gino, welcome. That was one of them. I have to, like, figure out what, like, Twitch clips are, like, good for, like, YouTube shorts. Or maybe I just have to start editing them. Which is annoying, but I'll deal with it. Because the one I did, that was the Fire Emblem Echoes clip, that did, like, 250 views in, like, a couple days. And that was, like, crazy to me. I was like, damn. That did better than the Yoshi clip. I thought the Yoshi clip was, like, okay, like, 30 views. It's honestly not terrible. The fucking Fire Emblem clip got, like, 250. I was like, damn, okay. Fucking, that clip has more views on YouTube than any of my clips have on Twitch. Which is fucking insane. So, sorry to everybody who subscribed to the Edited Videos channel expecting, like, edited down VODs. It's probably just gonna be Twitch clips now in YouTube Shorts. I'm sorry. Also, hi V, welcome. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I kind of needed this break. It put things into perspective. TLDR, you're going to probably see me stream a little bit more, maybe like 3 to 4 times a week rather than once or twice. That makes playthroughs more on the table again. And I love Jen, and I had a good time today. And Jen is partially the motivation for me wanting to stream more. Because again, like, Jen saying they've been enjoying, like, watching my VODs lately, and, like, asking me if I'm gonna stream this or that was, like... Listen, I appreciate you guys in chat, obviously. But, like... If, like, someone in chat says, Morgan, you should stream more, I'll be like, well, I could, but, you know... If my wife tells me to stream more, I'm gonna fucking stream more, alright? You know? I mean, Jen didn't tell me to stream more, but Jen motivated me to stream more. Which is not nothing. We also visited, when I was with Jen. I can talk about that, since that was today. And most in my mind. We visited a local comic shop, and, like... I've been visiting it a few times recently, although there hadn't been, like... anything too crazy. Because I'm not really a huge comics person. But I do like a decent bit of manga. I don't know, like, the Marvel and DC stuff doesn't do it for me as much. And, like, I don't know, maybe I could become, like, a Sonic IDW collector. But that seems, like, really hard to do. And I doubt the store would have, like, all the volumes of it. That just doesn't seem reasonable. They probably only have, like, the first couple and then, like, the newest ones. But, you know, since they also specialize in, like, a lot of American comics, it does mean the manga section is a little sparse. But I did buy the first 2 volumes of Dorohedoro, which I've heard is a really good manga, and I wanted to check it out. And I know it has Noi, that awesome woman. Also, hell yeah, Gino, hell yeah. Tell Silver I said hi. Silver has me on Pokemon Go. We send each other Poke gifts, or whatever they're called. Also, you're literally right, V. You're literally right. But yeah. I got that. I also bought another code recollection when we were at GameStop. I've gotten a little back into Switch collecting again, and I saw that, and I was like... That's something I'm, like, interested in, and it's also one of those things where it's, like, that is a niche remake of, like, DS games that people like. So I was, like, I don't know, maybe it's the FOMO. Maybe it's the dangerous mindset, but I was literally like, what if I don't buy this now, and it becomes, like, $100 later, and I never play it in my life? You know? Like, do you guys have any moments like that? If you're, like, a collector at all, where you see something and you're like, predicting in your mind, like, the value of it later. Not because you want to sell it, but because you want to actually, like, own it and, like, you know, use it at some point. I say use because, I mean, not everyone's gonna collect video games. Also, hell yeah. Waves back. I don't know. I've been wrong before, though, when it comes to stuff like that. I thought that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was gonna keep getting more expensive, and then there was randomly a reprint of that game, and now it's like, I don't know, it's still like, you know, close to full price, but before it was like $80, dude. For fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Are you really gonna pay $80 for that video game? Even if theoretically you're like the kind of person who doesn't get like scared looking at it, are you really gonna pay $80 for that? You have to be like a crazy Xenoblade fan to do that. And that's not me. I don't want to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You know, one of these days I'd like to play 1 and 3. I've played a little bit of 1. I've not played 3 though. I have no interest in 2. It's a little too frightening to me. I don't know. It kinda it delves a little too far into the weird anime shit. Like, I can handle some weird anime shit. Obviously, I'm a Fire Emblem fan. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like, crosses a little bit into, like, a threshold where it's like, I don't think I can stomach it. I think it's a little too much. I don't know. Just looking at some of the Xenoblade 2 designs is, like, crazy. I can't believe they turned the one fucking kid, Rex, into, like, a big muscle man in Xenoblade 3, and now everybody's like, you know what, Rex? I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. He's got the fucking polycool going. But yeah, that was fun. We tried out a bubble tea place that's close by too, and it was pretty good. And then we played Mario Wonder. Jen was filled with a lot of wonder playing Mario Wonder. Although I think they were a little sad, because they were playing as one of the Yoshis. They were a little sad that Yoshi couldn't get power-ups. I don't think they minded the invincibility. The invincibility might have actually made Jen happier, but I think the lack of power-ups made Jen sad. And if anybody makes fun of my wife for being a casual, just so you know, you're lower than dirt to me. Alright? I play the games hardcore so that Jen doesn't have to. Alright, I get 3rd place in Mario Kart so that Jen doesn't have to. Being a casual rules? It does. I will always be a little envious of the casual crowd. Like, not knowing, like, literally everything about a video game and what goes into it, and just, like, genuinely having a good time playing, like, a couple video games. Me, I have to be playing, like, a good 100 video games each year, otherwise I'm like, damn, I played, like, nothing this year. Dude, fucking, okay. You know what's crazy? I got more added to my backlog now because fucking Kingdom Hearts is coming to Steam next month. How fucking long did we wait for that? For fucking Donald, Sora, and Goofy to show up on Steam? You might finally be able to play those on Steam Deck. Hopefully they're verified. That might be like the make or break for me if I buy them like day one. I don't know if I'm gonna buy all of them day one also. It depends on how much the bundle takes off, but if it's like a really good deal, I don't know. I might take the bait. But only if it's Steam Deck verified. If it's not Steam Deck verified, and it's like, I don't know, like $150 for all the games, I'm gonna be like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Maybe I'll get the first one, and then, I don't know, I'll get the other ones later, when I finish the first collection. I played Mario Party with my sister today also, because they've been staying over. They're in the middle of, like, moving into another apartment, so they've been staying at our parents', which is where I live. And that's been nice. Which is also partially why this stream is so late in the night, because I was hanging out with them. I hung out with Jen, I hung out with my sister. I was a social butterfly today. I did get 9th in Mario Kart, though, so unfortunately they have to skin me alive. Fuck! Fuck! You can probably tell I'm a little more energetic than usual, but I promise it's not a second manic episode. I just had a good day. You know, sometimes you just have a good day. I can tell because my thoughts aren't, like, all over the place right now. Like, I can actually stick to one topic for a while. And not just, like, fucking, like, go between, like... You know, a hot dog would sound really good right now. Actually, hot dogs just reminded me, that, Sonic the Hedgehog likes chili dogs. See, I couldn't even come up with some fucking transition. Not BPD. Bipolar. Bipolar. I don't know how close the two are, but... Shit, I guess bipolar kinda does fit the BPD acronym as well, doesn't it? That's really confusing. Dude, I just killed some people. I don't know, those dudes are dead as fuck. Mario Kart is a brutal game. Dude, it was... Honestly, it was fun playing Mario Kart on Sox's stream. And also now, I can say for sure, Sox's chat is worse at Mario Kart than Will's chat. Like, when I was on Will, the Real Yokow stream to play Mario Kart on that, like, marathon he was doing, like, I was still doing good. I was still doing quite good, but I wasn't quite dominating. When I was on Sox stream, oh baby. I got like 5 first place finishes. I think that was every Grand Prix I was in, I got first. Because we didn't get to do as many as we wanted to, because the fucking server had maintenance that night. And then I got 3rd in Mario Party. And it's fine, it was fun. I got to have revenge on Tyler for fucking me over in Mario Party. Shout out Tyler Polyhex, but also... Fuck you, Tyler! You fucked me up in Mario Party! So evil to me. Didn't know they were separate, gotta pull out the brain wiki. That's understandable. I mean, not everyone's gonna have a huge knowledge of, like, different mental illnesses. Oh, fuck. I think I lost again. Oh my god, I pulled I pulled 4th out of my ass. Holy shit, dude. Have no excuse for being uneducated, your own brainless is like 8 things minimum. Hey, listen. To me, that's just like, you got your own stuff going on. And as long as you understand the stuff you got going on, and like you're supportive of your friends' stuff that they got going on, even if you don't know what that is, I think it's fine. You know, not everybody's gonna be 100% educated about everything. It's just good to be understanding. I think that's the most important thing, is just being supportive. Even if you don't, like, fully understand what someone's going through, being supportive is the best thing you could be. Dude, Ninja Hideaway, this map kicks ass. I'm really happy about this guy's name, Protect Trans, also. Shout out to this guy. I got a good feeling about this one. I feel like we can pull ahead. But yeah, going back, I want to say it one more time. I do think you probably won't see as many streams of, like, new stuff, unless it's, like, new stuff that I'm actively interested in, and I think I can put on a good show about it. Like, it has to be something, like, I don't know, again, like a Sonic and Pokemon game coming out, you're always gonna see a stream of that. Fucking, like, I don't know, like, if a new Yakuza game came out tomorrow, that would be dope, but I would not stream that, because that's, like, that game's really long, and also, I would probably just prefer to play it on my own, especially because I don't have, like, the full knowledge of the series yet. I haven't even finished Infinite Wealth, by the way. If any of you guys thought in that week and a half I was gonna get closer to finishing Infinite Wealth, I'm at, like, Chapter 8. I have, like, 45 hours in that game, I'm at Chapter 8. Fucking A. I gave up a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm gonna cool the brakes on this, because I'm not beating this before Thousand Year Door comes out. And that's another game I want to play on my own, so I was like, I'm taking a little Yakuza break. And that's fine, because I spent the past month and a half playing, like, 100 hours of Yakuza. Like, I did my time. Me and Ichiban were, like, best buds now. Shout out to Nanba, too. If any of you guys have played the new Yakuza games, you know that Nanba is a real one. I love that guy. Like, I don't know. I think, like, Ichiban is objectively the better written character. Obviously, he has to be. He's the protagonist. But if I had to, like, meet one of the two at a bar and, like, share a drink, I'd do it with Nanba every time. I don't even care if he gets pissed drunk and, like, falls asleep. I'd just be happy to be there with him, man. I'd be like, you're my best bud, Nanba. I'd do anything for you. And he'd be like, I don't know what you're saying, because I only speak Japanese. And I'd be like, that's okay. I don't understand what you're saying either, because I only speak English. As much as I love Dragon Driftway, we did just do that map. Hey V, thank you for the resub. 16 months. Thank you, thank you. Fuck, I just realized because of that alert, we gotta stream the Kingdom Hearts games, right? Now that they're finally coming to Steam, maybe that'll be the first long playthrough I do in a while. I'll stream the first Kingdom Hearts game. That could be fun. As much as I'm like, man, I would love to play those on Steam Deck, I mean, I could probably do the side games. That might be what I do, is, like, I do the side games and maybe, like, focus on streaming 1, 2, and 3. Because I feel like those are the ones that I'm guaranteed to, like, enjoy. And I think I can put on the best show for. And honestly, like, you guys can do the homework. If you guys need, like, the Kingdom Hearts lore, I don't know, look it up on Google. I'm not playing, like, the fucking card game on stream and getting sad about it. But I might have to suffer on my own for the lore. And then I can be like, guys, here's the lore so you don't have to do what I did. I don't know. We'll see. I keep wanting to reiterate points, but I think, like, probably after I do this stream, I'll just pop in big announcements and put, like, kind of a TLDR of some of the stuff I talked about in terms of, like, stream playthroughs and stuff. You know what? I didn't talk about 13 Pokemon. That is actually something I've been thinking about, and, like, honestly, here's the thing. 13 Pokemon is really hard to organize, and it's tough on my computer, and it's, like, just annoying to get scheduled. So here's the thing. That might just be the birthday stream every year until we beat it. I gotta be real, that might just be what it becomes. Cause, like, we got another Pokemon Draft League coming out in the next month or so. So, like, I don't know, man. Especially because, as fun as 13 Pokemon is, it really is, like, sensory overload. You gotta be in a mood for it. I think you gotta be in the birthday mood to truly appreciate 13 Pokemon. But I still stand true to my promise that one of these days, I will beat that shit. I have no doubt in my mind, one of these days, 13 Pokemon, you're fucking done. I'm gonna beat all those games. But yeah, it was just, it's been too much of a pain in the ass to schedule. And, like, while I was on my break, I was like, man, am I really gonna, like, take off a week and a half and then go, you know what, I think it's time to schedule more 13 Pokemon. That's gonna get me back in the mood to stream. Listen, to do those kinds of big streams, I gotta be streaming a decent bit to begin with. One of the prescriptions for BP1 is lithium. You're so jealous, you want to eat metals? Well, I can be transparent about this. I don't care about being transparent about it. I'm not on that, but I am on, like, an antipsychotic for my bipolar. Because those do help with bipolar disorder. Because bipolar disorder does have some overlap with, like, psychosis and stuff like that. Psychosis is like a symptom, but you know what I mean. There's like some overlap between that and, like, something like schizophrenia. I mean, in general, like, if you, like, study up on, like, a lot of mental illnesses, a lot of them do have overlap in symptoms, even ones that you would not think, because people kind of group them differently. Like, bipolar is usually grouped with, like, depression and stuff, but it does have some overlap with, like, psychotic disorders. And again, I don't have much of a problem, like, talking about this kind of stuff on stream, because if me talking openly about this kind of stuff, like, helps other people, I think that's good. And, like, listen, it's not like I'm telling you, like, everything ever about my medical history. And, like, here's the thing. If you're not comfortable sharing, like, your mental health stuff online, you never have to. Alright? I just like doing it because I kind of like the idea of being able to, like, kind of help other people when I talk about this shit. And listen, what is someone gonna do? Come into my stream and be like, you crazy bipolar bitch. And then I'll be like, hell yeah, brother. You got a problem? Like, dude, I don't stream unless I'm in a good mood to begin with. And I don't check social media much either. So, like, I don't know. I don't post on social media much. So if you think you're gonna get me to, like, have a reaction on Twitter because I'm having a bad day, like, if I'm having a bad day, I'm, like, laying in bed, like, eating chips and, like, playing Pokemon really slowly. Like, I'm above that shit. Alright? You're not gonna get me. Also, don't... You're good, V. You're good. It's good to learn. Learning about stuff is good. And yeah, there is Bipolar 1 and Bipolar 2. If you asked me to remember off the top of my head which one I was, I wouldn't be able to tell you. And honestly, IMO, I'm not gonna overstep that anyways. I'm not, like, I'll let, you know, Sometimes you leave it to the viewer's interpretation. And the viewer's interpretation is gonna be wrong, probably. Because most of you are probably not qualified to be mental health, like, help. And that's okay. Because you're here to watch a goober play Mario Kart. Did I really have to get fucking the horn in 10th? Might as well have pissed on me. That's true also. I got that bipolar swag. Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't say. You think I have bipolar 4? That's true. This is something else that I've been thinking of. Maybe I am, like, switching between topics faster than I mean to. Again, I swear to God, I'm not manic. I just had a really good day. Fucking... fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit. I had to make sure everybody knew I wasn't out of my gourd. And then I forgot. Fuck! Damn it. Let's go take a bath about it. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, in general, I think on, like, days off, I'm probably not actually gonna stream on my days off. It might actually literally be better for me to stream after work. Which, I think I would have thought was crazy in the past, but considering the kind of workflow I've gotten into, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think on my days off, I would rather them be a day off from work and from streams. You know what I mean? And it's not that I, like, consider streaming work, but, like, at the same time, it's like, you know, it's still, like, something I have to, like, plan out relatively, so I usually do things decently impromptu, but it's not literally, like, I don't know, I think about it, and then, like, 5 minutes later, I'm live. It's usually, like, I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I stream today. It does mean that I will probably be streaming a little later, but, you know, you have to accept that and shit. I mean, you'll probably get more midnight segments again. I do like a good chill midnight segment. You know, when there's, like, it's quiet, and there's, like, fuck all to do, and we're all unwinding for the night, and we chill. And it feels like, honestly, it feels a little easier to talk about whatever the fuck, because it's like, I don't know. The only people who are gonna be on Twitch.tv at, like, 12 in the morning are, like, people who are on my wavelength. They're gonna be real ones. Although it does make me mourn for my poor European friends. It was so much easier for my European friends when I could stream after school when I was in college. Although I was probably, like, way more of a sleepy bitch back then. Like, I don't know, my insomnia is a little fucked up, but at the very least, like, I don't know, because I work decently late in the day, I still get, like, decent sleep. It's just that I wish I could fall asleep sooner. Because, like, it always sucks a little bit when I wake up and it's, like, 12 in the morning and it's, like, well, I got my 8 hours, but I would have loved to get my 8 hours, like, sooner. Like, I hate going to bed at, like, 4 in the morning because my fucking body wouldn't go to bed. I just realized, did my metal alarm not go off? I just realized it's past 11. I don't know why that didn't happen. I gotta remember to take my meds after this race. Oh, please. Fuck over yellow or orange Yoshi. Make my day. Make my fucking day. Fuck. Oh my god, I still got second. I think whoever was on the bottom path moved ahead. Fuck! Son of a bitch. Well, that's okay. I'm taking all my meds now. You know we go Coconut Mall. You know real ones go Coconut Mall. Dude, Windows is trying to tell me to a new journey? Fuck off. I'm not getting Windows 11. Dude, they're gonna have to kill off Windows 10 before I download Windows 11. Like, I don't give a fuck. You're not getting me like that. I've heard, like, Windows 11 is, like, straight ass. I already thought, like, Windows 10 was kinda ass. But I feel like people have come around to it more. I haven't, though. I miss Windows 7. They should have kept Windows 7 going forever. And I would have been happy. I mean, I guess to be fair, before Windows 10, like, the next upgrade was fucking Windows 8. Dude, fuck Windows 8. Windows 8 is, like, maybe the worst OS they've ever come up with. Laptop came preloaded with Windows 11 and it blue screens every couple months. Damn. I've gotten, like, very few blue screens. I think really the only time I've gotten, like, a blue screen on this computer that I have now is, like, literally when I'm doing, like, something, like, super strenuous on it. I think it was something that just, it was too much for the computer to handle. Which, I mean, it's a lot. That takes a lot. I was really putting the computer through the works. Dude, playing Mario Party with my sister also. And also playing Mario Party with Socks and Company. Can we get another Mario Party this year? Do you think it's time? Because, like, Superstars came out, like, 3 years after Super did. So, it's not impossible. I don't know. Like, they said they're doing a Nintendo Direct next month. Like, fingers crossed. Like, I don't know. I could go for a third Switch Mario Party, to be honest. I love Mario Party. And, like, the game's got good again. I know people are not huge on Super. I even know some people who would say Super is, like, straight ass. But I like Super. Me and my sisters have had some good fun with Super Mario Party. I liked... You know what fucked up mechanic I really liked in Super Mario Party? The fucking mechanic where you can, like, recruit, like, additional characters, and you, like, get more dice to roll as a result. Like, that shit was so funny, because it would, like, snowball out of control. You would, like, you'd get one character, and then it's like, okay, so you get 2 dice to roll. You get another character, you get to roll 3 dice. And then, like, I don't know, you could get up to, like, I think, like, 5 or 6 additional characters, which all gave you, like, an additional dice. And I mean, I think it's specifically the character's special dice, so it's not, like, literally, like, you're doing, like, the same dice roll. It's kind of dependent on what friend you get. But, I mean, hey, if you get a fucking army going, like, you're kind of unstoppable. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a goofy, kind of dumb mechanic, but I don't know. Mario Party is kind of dumb and goofy anyways. So I thought it was fun. The boards are kind of ass, though. Super Mario Party does not have very good boards. I don't know, they're kind of too small. And not very interesting. Like, it feels like every map in that game is just like a square. Oh, I should have waited. Dude, they dropped Super Mario Land on NSO too, while I was on break. That would have been like, I would have streamed that like night one. Maybe not. That's not true. I don't think I would have actually streamed Super Mario Land 1. Because I did that during the Mario Marathon. I think that... No, Super Mario World was the only one I beat. But that's okay. I don't know. Maybe during a variety hour you could get a short Super Mario Land stream. Because that game's not very long. And I mean, if I use save states, it's going to be even less time. Looking into some metallic indium you can shoot now that you're interested in eating metals, but it's like so expensive. The metal economy is in shambles. Somehow, it all goes back to TF2. Scrap metal's not doing well. Guess the game's fucked. I'll take a stolen fourth, baby! Let's go. It's not even a rare metal and it's basically useless. Yeah, but you could chew it. And that's, like, crazy. Like, that's gotta bring the cost up quite a bit. Because it's just like a novelty. It's like, hey, yo, I could chew that. I could treat this precious metal like his bubblegum. Is that the one that I saw, like, a Vsauce, like, YouTube short about? Because he was chewing a metal. I don't know if it was indium. It might have been. I don't know. Too bad they got him. He's a real nice guy, too. You can chew aluminum foil, probably. Yeah, but that can't, like, feel good. And it's like... I don't know. Does that count as a metal? I guess. Like, technically. But also... Looking for a thrill, not a kiddie ride. I don't know. We'll see how I feel after tomorrow also. Tomorrow is also a day off for me. But also, I'm going to a job fair. Because it would be a little nice if I had a position above a deli clerk. Who knows? The deli arc might be coming to an end, or we may see the continuation of it. We just don't know. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I did have to put in, like, my resume. I had to put in my degree. That was the first time I put my degree in, like, an application, and I was like, you know, that's gotta look pretty good. I bet there's a lot of people who are, like, applying to this job fair, because it's just, like, a job fair that's, like, going on at a high school. I bet there's, like, a decent amount of people who don't have a college degree. So, I don't know. I feel like that's gotta be pretty good. That's gonna put me, like, one step above, like, a decent amount of people. Like, anybody who didn't go to college. And, like, I think that it's dumb that you need, like, a degree for, like, most jobs, but I mean, in this case, it probably works in my favor a little bit that I have a degree. It's not, like, the most valuable degree in the world, but it's something. It's not nothing. Dude, Bowser's Castle, Pog! Dude, I went crazy on some Pokemon Go research in the past week and a half, too. I got Diancie in Pokemon Go. I don't think I've had Diancie in literally any video game. Because she was, like, Diancie was, like, a legendary in, like, Gen 6 or something, right? And who the fuck cared about any of the legendaries in Gen 6? I just pissed off, like, a big Xerneas fan. Listen, I'm sorry. It is a deer. I guess that is pretty cool. Dude, if I could hit 9,000 in Mario Kart, that would go crazy. It's a tough path, but honestly, I've only gotten better. I am playing with my Pro Controller, which I think is helping. I think playing with the Pro Controller helps more than it hurts. Like, I'm probably a little more used to controlling Switch games with the Joy-Cons, but man, I gotta be honest, it took me fucking years to become a Pro Controller owner. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I was like, oh, but it's too expensive, and I don't always play in dock mode. That's the only way I can stream! If I'm gonna stream a Switch game, I should do it with the Pro Controller. What's wrong with me? How many fucking hours on my Twitch stream have I been playing Switch stuff, and I could have been using a Switch Pro Controller? I'm crazy. Just in, like, terms of Mario Kart hours alone, I have, like, 20 plus Mario Kart VODs. Like, fuck's sake. I don't know what was wrong with me. And I got this one. It kind of smells like cigarettes a little bit, but I mean, it works. And it's good. And that's what's important. And you know, when you're buying video game stuff secondhand, sometimes you're gonna encounter, like, stuff that was definitely from a smoker's household. And you know, it just be like that sometimes. Like, I think the Xbox 360 that I have kind of smelled of cigarette smoke, too. And again, it's just something that happens, you know? And, like, some people are gonna be picky about it, you know? Some people are gonna be like, I do not want this thing if it comes from, like, a smoker's household. Listen, if I get a good deal on something, you could have told me that you were smoking the smoke that makes you scared, because I'm gonna be like, listen, I'm probably not gonna get secondhand smoke from your controller. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Usually don't mind if something you buy smells like smoke, mostly because your stench is stronger and will win. Dude, Riverside Park is pretty good. That's a good one. Dude, everybody just picks random on Mario Kart now. I think we've all been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for so long that we're just like, man, I don't give a shit what map we get at this point. I just want to play Mario Kart. I think, like, I don't know, I might be, like, people who don't choose random might be a dying breed. Especially when you get into, like, the higher levels of play. Okay, let's see if I can do this good in 200cc. Alright, fucked it up already. 2025 gonna be my year. Dude, honestly, the most hype thing about, like, a Switch 2 is, oh my god, I'm finally gonna get to play a new Mario Kart game after, like, 10 years. Mario Kart 8 Original dropped in 2014. I've been playing the same Mario Kart for 10 years. And sure, they've added stuff over time, but, like, dude, it'll be so nice to have something new. Can't wait for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Plus. God. You know what the scary thing is? Also, hi, Lemonade Cafe. Welcome. The scary thing is, I could actually see that happening. Like, them, like, doing another re-release of 8, because it's like, oh, the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, but you could also get this new version that comes built in with the DLC. And, like, imagining them doing that, and not, like, doing a Mario Kart 9, like, I don't know, the likelihood seems low, but I would not be happy about it. The gap between Mario Kart 8 is now almost as big as the gap between Double Dash and 8. Oh, God. And there were 3 games between Double Dash and 8. We had DS, we had Wii, and we had 7. We had so many games in between. And hi, Moon, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Dude, we got like 2 games. We have technically crossed the 3 games threshold, but it's like 8 Deluxe, it's Mario Kart Tour, and it's Mario Kart Live. Those are the 3 games that have come out since. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Remember Mario Kart Live? Mario Kart Live is like, I don't know. It could, that is something that needed to be lower in cost. Also, that's like completely understandable. I go on and off with Mario Kart 8. I think it was probably wise for me when like the DLC was coming out to like play a little bit during the DLC, wait for the next wave to come out. Oh my god, the 10th anniversary is this month. Shout out to the worst, like, financial decision I ever made, which is not buying Mario Kart 8 specifically. That was a good choice, but when that was happening, because Nintendo was fucking desperate to sell any video games, they were doing a promotion where you get a free copy of another game with your copy of Mario Kart 8. And, like, some of the options, like, I don't know, you had, like, Wind Waker HD, you had, like, Pikmin 3, and my dumb ass was like, you know what? I could go for some Wii Party U right now. Because I liked Wii Party on the Wii. Obviously, I think that's a great game. It's a great party game. Especially since the Wii was a little weird for Mario Party. I mean, Mario Party 8 is a good time. I kind of think I prefer Wii Party a little bit, though. I don't know, you can't beat some Wii Party bingo. That shit went crazy. But then Wii Party U is like, I don't know, it's like ass. And it feels impossible to describe why it's ass because I'm describing the sequel to Wii Party. To most people, it's like, well, yeah, you got the sequel to Wii Party. And I'm like, no, but Wii Party was good, you have to believe me. Yeah, you made a good choice getting Pikmin 3, I think. Oh, I didn't need to do that. I was wiggling. It was pretty much the only game you didn't have. Honestly, fair. Oh, I got dead last. Well, I'ma die now. Goodbye forever. Goodbye. Change the world. My final message. Goodbye. Dude, we got one Morgan Fursona pick in the gap between streams, and it was from my friend Cosmo, who I bought. Well, I say I bought. It was more like Cosmo was trying to raise money for someone's GoFundMe, so I donated, like, that amount of money to the GoFundMe, and then Cosmo was like, I can give you this copy of this game, just for the amount of money that you spent on that GoFundMe. And they gave me Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer with, like, a really cute post-it note that had my persona on it, and it made me smile, and it was happy. And that's my freaking story. Need to buy Happy Home at some point? I gotta try it at some point. I don't know, it might be fun to just fuck around with, like, furniture design and Animal Crossing. The Happy Smiler. And to be honest, it was one of those things where I could have gotten it for cheaper, but I was like, dude, if I'm buying this copy of this game and it's going to someone's GoFundMe, I'm gonna boost the donation. You know, there's some things in life that are more important. So, like, I gave quite a bit above, like, market value. Especially because Cosmo wasn't pocketing any of it anyways. Like, Cosmo was not making profit off this game. It was going to someone in need. I say that as if I wouldn't buy a game off of Cosmo for, like, a raised price if that's what they wanted. You know, if the price was still right, maybe. But, the point was, if I'm technically getting a game for, like, what is essentially, like, a charity move, which feels a little fucked up to say. I don't like putting it like that, but I couldn't think of any other way to put it. Like, I'm gonna put in more money, alright? It's not going on eBay. It's not gonna raise the price of Happy Home Designer. So anybody who's worried about, like, collecting Happy Home Designer, don't worry. That game is still, like, $15. You can still get it for $15, and whatever amount of money I spent on it is not gonna affect your day. And that's what I gotta say on that. Dude, rambling about video games to Jen for, like, hours got me, like, doing it on stream. It's good commentary. I mean, to be fair, it is easier to talk when I haven't streamed for a bit. Just because it's like, oh, I did all this stuff. I did all this stuff. Dude, I need to, like, buckle down and, like, really get, like, a shit ton of stuff in the Mystery Dungeon Randomizer, because before the end of the year, I would love to do a full stream of that. Because the Mystery Dungeon Randomizer is a lot of fun, and I think it has a lot of funny potential. Honestly, maybe the goal is to even not even put that much more stuff in it. Maybe it's even perfect now. Because, like, if you put too much stuff in it, it's like, well, you're only gonna see, like, 15 chapter titles, you're only gonna see, like, 20 dungeons. It's probably not actually worth it to put in that much more. But also, for some reason, my dumb brain is like, oh, but what if I stream it again? Yeah, I streamed it, like, 3 years ago and didn't finish it. I'm gonna be fine. I think even if I kept at that pace and streamed it once every 3 years, I would probably still never be able to stream through every randomization setting that I already have. I don't know. Anticipate that within, like, maybe the next couple months. I might ask my friends to contribute some chapter titles. Oh, I also want to figure out how to edit the quizzes. That would be fun to do. That might be, like, the main thing that I would do before streaming the randomizer, is I want to randomize the quiz questions. And then I also want to get in more, chapter names. I say randomize the quiz questions. I can put in any question I want. I just have to think of, like, enough good questions. I don't know, how many questions does, like, Mystery Dungeon, like, make you do to get your starter? Does anybody know? Do we have any Mystery Dungeon freaks? Everybody's too focused on Dungeon Meshi nowadays. They forgot about Mystery Dungeon. I mean, hey, I'm not immune to Dungeon Meshi. I like that stuff. The only Mystery Dungeon you do is the Dragon Quest ones? Honestly, that's respectable. I haven't played the other types of Mystery Dungeon. I know there's the Dragon Quest one, I know there's Final Fantasy. I want to say there was, like, not Puyo Puyo, but, like, the original series that Arl was a part of before she just kind of became a Puyo Puyo character. What is that series called? Madao Monotogari. I don't know if I said that right at all, but... Are they? I didn't hear about that. And hi, Eeps. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Do need to buy the Pokemon one soon for your collection. I wish you luck. I know you get, like, a lot of Japanese copies. You're probably gonna want to do that for Explorers of Sky, because, God, the American copies of Explorers of Sky are so stupid expensive. It makes me so sad. I remember, like, seeing, like, Explorers of Sky at, like, a GameStop, and it was, like, $80 or something. It might have been even more. It was, like, too much money. And it's like, I don't know, the game is good, but, like, listen, they just got me over the threshold of being okay with, They're gonna they just got me over the threshold of being okay spending $70 on some games. It's gonna take, like, maybe another, like, 15 years before I start going, like, you know what? I could go for paying $80. I could go for paying $80 for games now. Gonna be forking over the English prices since you want English and Japanese versions. Salutes. I understand. I got a little owned by that red shell. That's a little unfortunate. Yeah, fucking $70 price tag. The only game that I've spent $70 on so far is Infinite Wealth. That's the only one that I've spent $70 on, and I don't have any regrets about it, but it was still like, ooh, that's 70 smackaroos. That's 70 big ones. 7,000 cents. I mean, what are we doing here? Infinite Wealth was 90 Canadian, 99 with tax? Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. It's so hard out there for the Canadians. Unlocked every single guy in Ring Racers yesterday, so you've done everything minus the emeralds? Hell yeah. I need to get back to Ring Racers. That's probably gonna be the next stream. Oh, so I get it, V. I get it. Have it slightly easier in your province since we have low sales tax. I mean, I understand the struggle of high sales tax. Because I live in New York, and we have some of the highest sales tax in the world. And it's like, man, if they're gonna make me pay all these taxes, can they please, like, put a little less of that money into the NYPD? Like, if you're gonna make me spend that much money on tax, like, do me a solid here. Like, I don't want any of my tax dollars going to those guys. Can you at least send me, like, a letter in the mail saying specifically the tax that I've paid this year is, like, not going to the NYPD? I want to move to Nova Scotia at some point, but the sales tax is so expensive. You think $90 games costed like $104? God damn! The tech tax isn't real either. It's just that every corporation prices things higher and they can legally get away with it. Good lord. Ring Racers has 63 characters? Damn! That's gonna be fun to get back into. Again, I am looking forward to playing more Ring Racers. I'm looking forward to more Peter Shorts. Dude, it's like evil Rick Sanchez, like, in our game. Fuck, thinking about Rick Sanchez just made me remember that multiverses is a thing. Man, I hope for people's sake that game doesn't suck. But I gotta be real, like, that, like, one trailer they showed where the gameplay was, like, so slow, I was like, fuck, dude, it looks rough. I mean, I'm happy for you. I don't say that kind of thing because I'm like, if you're excited for multiverses, you're stupid. But it's just, I hope for the people who are excited that it's a good game. Ring Racers is almost double as many characters as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Damn. Can't wait to get another transphobic message in your DM due to multiverses. What the hell is going on with the multiverses heads? It's fucked up. Can you handle the Bugs Bunny? I will say, honestly, I hate to hand it to Multiverses. Making, like, Jason Voorhees, like, built, like, a brick shithouse is kind of awesome. Like, literally, you and me are on the same wavelength. That beefed up Jason Voorhees kind of goes crazy. I'm not even, like, a Friday the 13th fan, and even I was like, damn! Caught some dude shit-talking you and your friend after you kicked their ass on stream and hit them with a good game. Let's go. Both of those ideas are good. I was literally, like, talking to Jen the other day about how I would think that, like, a Cartoon Network platform fighter specifically would be more cool than doing General Warner Brothers. And it's like, I don't know, like, Cartoon Network, and you get, like, Adult Swim in there would, like, go crazy. Me and Jen also, like, when we were talking about it, we were like, you would get to beat the shit out of Master Shake for being mean to Meatwad. That's a crazy-ass DM. That's like, fuck. I don't think the first word is transphobic or not. I'm just gonna use pronouns that are wrong, but not, like, place them anywhere in a sentence. Ryan Ribbity did a whole Twitter art project where she drew a hypothetical Cartoon Network platform fighter roster. That sounds dope. That sounds dope. Also, it's all good, V. It's all good. That makes sense. Also, yeah, you can link it. Links are okay in chat. As well as Zelda's and etc. Damn, that makes sense why, like, Brazil doesn't have, like, a huge, like, modern gaming scene. Even Ganon's? I have to think about that one. I don't know. He is the king of all evil, but he might be chill. You know, maybe we just, like, give him, like, an edible, and then he's like, I don't even know why I was doing all that evil stuff to begin with. You guys are the best friends I've ever had. Wind Waker and Hyrule Warriors Ganons are chill AF. I believe that. I did play Hyrule Warriors, so I know that Ganon is chill. Honestly, if I'm gonna be streaming a bit more, I gotta stream another Zelda game soon. I think we might be coming close to, like, Majora's Mask time. Because I streamed Ocarina of Time last year. And I know what some of you are thinking, because this is another recent development. Dude, the past week and a half has been crazy for, like, video game stuff, huh? Someone put together a recompilation of, like, a bunch of N64 stuff. So it's, like, much easier to do, like, kind of PC ports of, like, N64 games. And I think that's cool as fuck. Also, I think that if I put those online, there is, like, a non-zero chance that my VODs of that would get taken down. And, you know, if you have multiple VODs of that and that gets copyright strikes, that would probably be enough to kill the stream archive. And listen, I'm not willing to do that. I think that doing piracy is cool, and anybody can do it, but doing, like, something like that, that's, like, almost a guaranteed, like, there's, like, a non-zero chance of, like, a Nintendo takedown, like, I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it. I'll just play, like, the NSO versions, since I have it already. And worst came to worst if I didn't have NSO. Like, honestly, just emulating it would be pretty safe. Because it's not like Nintendo's gonna look after, like, every Majora's Mask, like, thing that ever comes out. But if they see, like, Majora's Mask recompilation and they see that shit in HD, they're gonna be like, I don't like that. I'm Nintendo. I don't like that. Which is a shame. If they, like, cooled the brakes on it, that would be, like, a easy, like, yeah, I'll stream the recompilation. But since it is, like, I would be gambling with my VOD's life a little bit, I'm like, dude, it's tough. It's tough. I definitely, like, part of the reason I do partially go out of my way to mostly play official stuff on stream, and it doesn't always happen, but it does happen a lot, is because I like to future-proof things. I don't want my VOD to get taken down for some stupid bullshit. Like Nintendo getting mad that I was, like, playing a prototype or whatever. Like, that's just annoying to deal with. And I know, like, a while back, when the Pokemon Gold prototypes happened, people who did that got takedowns. I don't know, Nintendo is dumb. I wish they didn't make good video games. Because I like playing their stuff. And I also, like, I don't know, I'm like a handhelds freak. I like handhelds. And Nintendo pretty much just does handhelds. So it's like, fuck. They got me. But they're also dumb as shit. They're like the last dude making good video games. Out of the big three, yeah. Because fucking Microsoft is mostly just, like, shitting out of their ass right now. And Sony releases, like, one game a year. It makes me, like, Sony's output makes me so depressed. Because, like, I was a PS2 kid, and I've really grown fond of the PS1. So, like, seeing Sony, like, kind of, like, fucking, like, take, like, so long to put out, like, fucking anything. It's just, it's depressing. Do you not, like, I don't know. The PS1 and PS2 lineups are so good. There's so much good shit on there. And then just, like, I don't know, like, Sony, like, fucking, like, they focus so hard on, like, AAA stuff that they just got, like, barely fucking anything in the pipeline. And it makes me so sad, because they were, like, putting out so many good, weird games. Like, fucking the PS1 had, like, Parappa, Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid, the Final Fantasy games, Crash, Spyro. And granted, I mean, these were exclusives at the time. These were third-party games as well. Part of the problem is that Sony used to have a lot of third parties on their side. And nowadays, like, what fucking third parties does Sony have? They had, like, Square Enix, but even Square Enix now is like, man, we can't keep relying on PlayStation. It's not working out. The PlayStation exclusivity is not working out, dog. PS1 and PS2 have such legendary libraries. They really do. It's like, genuinely, I think that the PS1 and the PS2 are, like, by far the best consoles of all time. I think they top out just in terms of the sheer amount of stuff they have. Even as someone who hasn't explored those consoles to their deepest, I've still played enough PS1 and PS2 games where, like, I understand that these are special consoles. I mean, it really is, like, especially the PS2, there is a game for everybody on those systems. And, like, honestly, the Switch is the closest we've gotten to something like that. Because everybody puts stuff on the Switch. The only thing is that the Switch has a lot of compromised ports. Undoubtedly, the Switch's problem is that it is underpowered as shit. Which is why I don't think it hits the peak of, like, the PS2. Like, the PS2, there's a few crummy ports, but a lot of people would make their games for PS2 first. Because It was the fucking PS2, dog. The PS2 was fucking everywhere, and Sony got just the head start they needed on the GameCube and the Xbox, and also they fucking murdered Sega in the meantime, you know? They saw Sega with the Dreamcast, and they were like, oh, that's really cool. Also, you need to go to hell now. We need to make sure you're never gonna show your face around here again. Try not to play with the big boys again. Because I'ma teach you why they name hurricanes after people. That's, like, real as fuck also. But PS1 really did have, like, anything on there. Dude, like, LSD Dream Emulator is, like, one of the coolest games that has ever come out. It was, like, it's almost like proto, like, Yume Nikki, and I kind of think it's cooler, in a way. Yume Nikki is very cool in its own way, and Yume Nikki, like, revolutionized, like, RPG Maker stuff. This is not me saying that Yume Nikki is mid. Yume Nikki is extremely good. It's just that also LSD Dream Emulator is like one of the coolest games that's ever come out. It's like maybe top 10 like coolest games that's ever come out. Vib Ribbon, dude. The fact that they intentionally made that game like super like low file size so you could like play CDs and stuff in the game goes crazy. And I mean, obviously you guys know me. I love the Parappa series. Like Parappa 1, Jammer Lammy, Parappa 2. I think the problem is Sony started becoming complacent. All the cool stuff came from devs wanting to get experimental. Yeah. Honestly, part of it is also that they did fumble a bit during the PS3 era. Like, the PS3 really didn't get its second wind until later in its life. And, like, honestly, the biggest factor here is The Last of Us. The Last of Us being this huge AAA project that did gangbusters for them. It's all The Last of Us's fault. Miss Little Big Planet? Dude, I miss Little Big Planet too. Not the game Little Big Planet 2. I was agreeing with you. But that also. I don't know, it's like fucking sad that like Sony just doesn't have the same chops that they used to. Because again, like the PS1 and PS2 were so good. And now it's like, if you have a PlayStation, it's because you don't want a PC. Whether it's because it's too expensive or like computers are too confusing for you, like you buy a PlayStation. Which is like a fine niche to have. But it's really missing out on the magic of, like, those first two consoles. Like, you're really missing out on a lot. How did they go from the PS4 to PS5 in such a short time? I mean, it was like a 7-year gap. I think it was just one of those things where, like, not a whole lot of games, like, needed the upgrade. Like, if we're being real, even in, like, 2024, there's not a whole lot of video games that don't also run on PS4. Like, it's weird, because it was a decent bit of time between the PS4 and the PS5. It's just that we still haven't gotten to the point where the PS5 is compelling to, like, you know, develop your new game for. Like, not a whole lot of publishers have made the full jump to next gen. We're still getting, like, a shit ton of cross-gen games. Not many new games run well on the PS4. I mean, yeah, but if they run serviceably enough that people are fine buying them on the PS4 and not worrying about getting a PS5, that still says something. You know, it says that the jump was just not extreme enough for most people. I mean, fuck, a lot of the people I've heard who are satisfied with having a PS5, and this is not me dissing them or anything, but a lot of them are satisfied with it because it is just a beefier PS4. And, like, if that's what you wanted out of it, that's good, but, again, I don't know. A generational jump used to mean something. We're in, like, 2024, they're still making PS4 games. Like, I mean, right off the top of my head, like, Yakuza Infinite Wealth was a fucking cross-gen game. I think the Persona 3 remake is cross-gen. Do not get graphics nuts at this point. Imagine being a superficial video game fan that you only care about video games where Miles Morales' individual pores are modeled with sweat physics. It does feel like a little bit of weird priorities. I don't know. I think I would be happy if, like, the next generation was just, like, 1080p and, like, 60 FPS. That's all I need, man. I don't know. Like, listen, I know you guys want to keep pushing the envelope, but, like, I don't know. I'm not even, like, the biggest FPS whore. I can perfectly play, like, games at lower frame rates, but I feel like 60 FPS should be the standard you strive for. I feel like that should be more important than, like, I don't know, like, being, like, this technical marvel that, like, also can only run 30 FPS. I don't know. I don't value graphics that highly. I think it's good when games look nice, but I also, like, I don't know. I'm a rough edges kind of person. I like when I can, like, see, like, seeing the flaws in a video game in terms of, like, its presentation, it's, like, a little humanizing. Like, I don't know. When I'm playing, like, Yakuza, and, like, you can tell, like, what scenes they were able to put all the budget into animating, and what scenes they couldn't be fucked to even give voice acting. I don't know. It's nice. It's human. It's like, yeah, you know what? This scene didn't need voice acting, and the developers didn't need to work another, like, 3 years on this game just to deliver it for, like, funny dialogue about a dude in a mascot costume. I'm with you also. Like, I love that low poly look. I love pixels and shit. I don't mind, like, the high fidelity games now, but again, I would rather that not come at the cost of, like, 60 FPS. Also, yeah, Hi-Fi Rush looks fucking awesome. Oh god, we can't talk about Hi-Fi Rush. I'm about to get really mad about Microsoft again. Like, if I think about Hi-Fi Rush for too long, I'm gonna get really mad about Microsoft again. Phil Spencer, something bad is going to happen to you on February 27th. 2036. Quick, Morgan, talk about doggies. My puppies are silly and funny. When Jen was over today, you guys, like, having company over is a great way to gauge the dog's personalities. Roxy is, like, I don't know, she goes into, like, guard dog mode. Like, even with some people that she's, like, familiar with, but maybe she doesn't recognize right away, she gets, like, very barky and, like, is like, fuck off, fuck off. She doesn't, like, bite anyone or anything, but she gets a little crazed. Fergus is, like, mad chill. Fergus is like, this is great. I love people. Because he knows that if he's nice to someone, he will get more belly rubs. And he's always right. Everybody who's ever met Fergus has loved Fergus. Because he's a sweet old man. And then Robin is a little scaredy cat. When Robin, like, meets new company, she, like, trembles a little bit. She, like, runs away. She gets fucked up. I don't know why I worded it like that. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. I did get, like, a new medication that's supposed to help me sleep. I'm thinking it's starting to kick in a little bit. Oh, yeah, maybe I could just fall asleep on the spot. Holy shit. Hello, neighbor! Hey, neighbor! Fuck, I can't exit out of the race. Okay, we do one more race, and then I think I might just go to bed. Holy shit. I've been taking this new medicine to help with my insomnia, and holy shit, I think it's finally starting to kick in. I think my body's finally gotten used to it enough where it's like, alright, bring in the nighttime sleepiness. That was, like, instant. Oh, no, I took my meds, like, an hour ago. It was an hour ago, but I mean, before, it was, like, not kicking at all. But, like, once it did hit, it was like, holy shit. Like, I'm feeling drowsy. Oh, like me streaming and going tired? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, it just hit. When the sleep meds hit, I mean, I gotta ride it. It would be nice to go to bed and, like, wake up decently early tomorrow and being like, holy shit, this isn't killing me. So then I can play more Pokemon. Oh, it's good, because I have to work a slightly earlier shift later in the week. So, I mean, if this is the time where it starts kicking in, I can live with that. Oh, it is good to be back, though. I mean, if we're winding down for the night, it's good to be back. And it's nice to feel, like, motivated and, like, invigorated and just, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I feel a little bit more like myself again. And I hope I can bring that, like, happy energy to the stream. And we can have fun and play with toys. Fuck you, Morden. I'll take 5th. That's in the top half. I'll fucking take it. Alright, everybody. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for coming. Hope you have a good night and take care. I will be back soon. I will probably stream tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. If I do, it might be late night, because my sister is still here. We'll see. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.